Welcome to another episode of Dream Life Theory. I'm your host, Mr. Billions, my alias. To continue where I left off my last video when I was telling y'all how through experience I understand the law of success, the law of attraction. I've also studied. I just didn't, experience, but trying to understand what was actually going on. I done been through just this year so far. I know I done read over 150 books, listened to over 150 books. I have to, it's probably more because some days, if there's like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hour book, then I can listen to 2 or 3 of them a day. But then sometimes it's 10, 12. But anyway, I studied a lot of neuroscience. I didn't go to school. I got audiobooks, different books, and listened to them and studied it to understand what's actually going on when the thought is happening. One of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich. I know you hear that a lot, but it's the truth. Like, that book pretty much is the foundation of, to me, of everything that you see as far as in success. I studied a lot of success books. I studied lifestyles of people who I admire, and it was a theme that kept coming up. It was like I recognized it. It was like, is that what I was doing? When you start with knowing what you want and then like having a clear purpose, like know what you want. For instance, going back to the doing karate, when I first seen Bruce Lee, but I was small too, and I was the smallest of I was the youngest of all my people. So my mom was like, you gotta toughen that boy up. He a mama boy. But once I actually got into it, it was like, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. So the mindset is, I want to learn this. So I was learning different katas and styles, different forms, different movements. I was learning them fast because I would have obsessed over them, the different moves. Then when I actually understood to implement them, so in order for me to implement them, I must understand each movement that happens. So this was, I wasn't 5 years old doing this, my bad. So I was doing martial arts. I don't know what year it kicked in. I know I loved it. I always loved it, but I don't know what year it kicked in. I think I was in. I was always in. I was always in martial arts, cause I'm thinking back into elementary school. It was like, I remember. So I don't know when that mentality kicked in. Like, I have to know this. I have to do this. I have to get it right. I have to get it right. And I obsess over it and I always never got it perfect. But people would be like, man, that was perfect. I'm like, no, I messed up there. You didn't see me when I did this or did that, because I'm my own worst critic. But my purpose, I wanted to be a kung fu superstar. And so that was my purpose. So I knew what I wanted. And I don't know if somebody told me that that made me. I'm trying to think back. I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember when it happened. I don't know what caused me to just become obsessed, like eat, sleep, and defecate martial arts. So if we go ahead and apply them to your life, what have you obsessed over that will cause you to live the life that you dreamed of? We obsessed over things. Like for me, I can talk about myself, right? If I know I have to do something, I'll automatically find something else to do just so I can, like, I guess I was like, at the time I was like, dang, it's giving me a time to get my mind ready to do this task. That's what I'm telling myself. So, yeah, I gotta do this task. I know it's a big task. Even this podcast, it took me almost 20 months to get started. I did one on Spotify, Dream Life Theory. I did a few episodes. It was just voice, but I was meaning to do this just to get prepared for the not only the book but for everything else to come. Maybe the speaking engagements. Hopefully, the speaking engagements, the actual conferences, or the worldwide through the web. Hold a conference